Old Fellas Travels. Well, here we are. Gardner Isuzu. It's the day, the car's here, and I'm about to pick her up. Stay tuned, guys. This is going to be exciting. Woohoo! The new bus. See you soon, guys. Alright team, here it is. We've taken the bow off because I've done the photos, but I'm pretty excited. It's going to be a bit of a change to the 76. She was a bit of a workhorse, a bit of a farm truck, but this thing's got more technology than what they had on the space shuttle in the last mission. So here she is, guys. We'll be driving around soon and woohoo! Back on the road. The year has begun. Look at that. New DMax 2024 model LSM. Rightio, let's get in and drive. Ooh. Happy days. Well, I couldn't have picked a better day to pick up the new car. Have a look at this. She is absolutely pouring outside. She's raining good. So there's a real heavy patch of rain coming through. I could see it in the background as I drove out of the dealership. So I'm just waiting here for a little bit. Brand new car, a little bit different to me. Not used to, you know, driving something that's a little bit more luxurious after driving the 76. I was very confident in the rain in the 76. Big heavy car. But I'm just going to take a little bit easy on this. I'll let this heavy rain ease off and then I'm on my way home. Alright, hi team, Mike Old Fellas Travels. Well, as you would have heard, I sold the Land Cruiser. 76 is gone. I love that vehicle. I do miss it a little bit, but if you're looking in the background, you can see I got myself, and I did mention I was going to be doing this, but I got myself a new DMax. LSM, I think it's one model up, just because there's some extras there that you get, like the LED lights and a few things like that. It's worthwhile going the one step up. So she's pretty raw at the moment. I've had it 2 days. I'm in love with it already, and I've had the DMax before, 2009 model, but this one's next level, guys. So have a quick look.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So I went with a factory rhubarb this time because being a brand new model and there's a lot of different things, and the fact that now Isuzu, they actually don't have a bad looking rhubarb now. So I thought, oh, it doesn't look too bad. It's already got the sensors and everything built in and incorporated into it, and it's all designed for the DMax. So I thought I'll run with the factory one. It doesn't look too bad. So team, why are we here today? Well, apart from having attempted whacking the seats on, which I'll look at later, and I'll talk about that in another video. But today, first step is the iCheck TPMS. I've had 2 sets of these now. I really like these because at the time they were the only ones available that you could have 2 modes. You could have a on-road and off-road mode, which meant you could just switch between the modes for when you're off-road or on the beach, and then switch back to the other mode for pressures when you'll be running on the road. So this is the next gen version. The other great thing about these, of course, is they have this solar panel, and I never had to plug my other one in to charge at all, even when I was just sitting on the seat for a bit. So the great thing is doesn't matter what tyre pressure you're running your tyres at, this will automatically set itself for high, low, not only pressures, but also temps, which I think is great, because it means when I get to the beach, or if I get somewhere and I'm going to need to come down to 15, I normally go straight to 15 pound, because I actually use the iCheck tyre deflators as well, which I fall in love with. But what it means is, it doesn't matter what pressure I go to. It's just a matter of screwing the sensor back on, and the sensor will adjust itself to that pressure and set those thresholds. So let's get along. I haven't read the instructions, so I'll have a quick read of the instructions and let's whack them on and see what happens. A very quick read of the instructions, pretty straightforward, really simple. But I spoke about those automatic parameters that have already been pre-configured into the system. They made a good point too. They said that make sure that when you install them for the first time, or not for the first time, but when you install them on a vehicle, make sure your tyres are cold. Which kind of makes sense, because if your tyres are already up, 15 pound because they've been running really hot, it's going to have an impact on the variance that the sensors will read and what they'll consider to be low pressure or high pressure, and temperatures to the same. So I've pretty much done that. I've only just come down the road. But it says here that the high pressure alert will be 25% higher than the PSI pressure of when you put the sensor on, and the low will be 15%, so 15% under the tyre pressure of the tyre pressure reading when you first put the sensor on, and that'll occur every time. So when you take the sensor off and air down, when you put the sensor back on, if you're down to 20 pound, it's going to read that 20 pound as being the mean pressure of the tyre. They come pre-configured, so the sensors, where are the sensors? Let's have a look. I've literally only opened this box this morning. So we've got the sensors in the box, and they're numbered 1 through to, I bought the 8 because I plan on getting a caravan later in the year, maybe, and I still got the camper. But they're numbered 1 through to 8, because I bought the 8 sensor box, the 8 sensor kit, and they go left, right, so it'll be 1, 2, left, right, 3, left, 4, right. So left, right, and it says it's as simple as this. Make sure your sensor's turned on and fully charged before you use it the first time. Basically whack these on and then wait. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it and get them set up. There we go. We have the sensors on with the dust covers on all of them. Pretty straightforward. Screwed straight on. Come back and we'll have a look. And look at that. They're all showing 40 pound and they're all around about that 28, 29 degrees centigrade as the temperature goes. So that was pretty simple. I've got the spares there. We've got the extra dust protectors. We've got the tool there for replacing the batteries in the sensor. We've got the additional stuff here. We've got the USB stick and a bit of cable if you need to charge that manually off 12 volt in your car. You've got some spare O-rings, and we've got a full set of, these are actually lock nuts. They're not meant to go on to secure the sensors and ensure the sensors don't come off. I don't believe so anyway, and I think they're just lock nuts that you put on with a spanner to stop people pinching them. And I used them first time, but they've come an absolute pain in the butt, and to be quite honest, everyone I've spoken to that has a set of these has done exactly the same thing. So I'll get a little container for all this, and it'll go away in the container, and it will be placed in the center console. Really easy setup, guys. The manual is very comprehensive in as much as, you know, how it works and what the go is with these. Really good manual. I love it. Comes well boxed, very simple kit, good to go. And the beauty about this new version, about this new gen, is you don't have to worry about setting your pressures on here anymore. It's automatic, and I'll see how that goes, but it looks pretty much like from what I can see, is there about the pressures and temperature alarms that I would have set anyway. And I was never 100% certain, so I think these guys have probably got a better idea than me. They've been in the business for a while. So look, I'm not sure how I'm going to mount this yet. Whether I'm going to, mount it up on the dash with the little sticky piece that comes with it. Maybe over there, but I can't put it in the center because, another reason I went for, a bit more upmarket model is because you get this top slot up there for storage. You get this one here for storage, which I have to just throw. I've got to get some, but you do need to get some matting, some little rubber non-slip matting in there because there is none. No carpet or such. And then this one as well. And what I really like about these is their push button. And you get this massive manual, guys. I've never seen a manual as big as comprehensive as what comes with this Isuzu. It's just fantastic. Oh, what have we got here? I didn't even know what there was. Airbag on and off. Oh, I wonder what that's all about. You must be able to enable or disable. Anyway, that's nothing for me to be playing with. I know nothing about airbags and I don't want to, as long as they work. Alright, so that's the first modification to the DMax. There'll be video, at least one video a week, depending on what type of change I'm making. Now we're good to go. I'm going to do a short trip up the coast, maybe 2 nights, do a bit of fishing next week to give the car a run. And to get some Ks on. I need to get 3,000 Ks on the car within 6 weeks so I can have its first service. But so I'll be doing a few trips in there as well that of course I'll generate videos with, and all the mods that I'm making. It's a pretty evil sort of looking vehicle if you look at those cameras there now. There's a few things I really like, guys. The autonomous or the automatic, not autonomous, the adaptive or intelligent cruise control. I absolutely love it. I can just see when I'm driving across the Nulla where I'm putting in cruise control and I'll never have to touch the pedal again. So just as a final note, this vehicle, in the 76, I built the vehicle up in about 4 months. I think in the vicinity of somewhere around $32,000. $6,000 worth suspension, BT51s, GVM upgrades, 2 radios, bull bar, full set of work on it, rust protection, you name it, drifter drawers in the back, air compressor on board, you name it. Anything you could get and bolt into make a tourer, 76 had it. But there's a saying, and I can't quite remember what it is, and it goes something like, all the gear and no idea. Embarrassing, I think that embarrassing is a bit of an embarrassment to me. That was probably me. The 76 was probably the most money or the most work, and the most work and such I'd put into a vehicle. But I've since learned I don't think you do. I don't think you need that kit. I think you can get away without it. I suppose back then I didn't have a real understanding of exactly the type of terrain and the type of ground and touring I was going to do. But having said that, in my defence, I did need a 70 series for what I was doing then, because I was prospecting. I was going to the Gulf, the Teletrack, all the tracks up through the north there, Frenchman's Track and such. And a lot of rough going off-road out bush. So I did need a 70 series as far as I'm concerned to have a vehicle that was still in really good running order, well maintained after I'd done that. So in my defence, I think the 70 series was a good buy, but having said that, I think it was also a case of all the gear and no idea. So this time the approach will be a little bit different. This time I'm just going to put on what I know I need to start with. I know I need a second battery. I know I need a fridge. I know I'm going to need new tyres, maybe go up 1 tyre size. I don't know whether I'm going to need bash plates. I'm still to work that out. I'm pretty certain I don't need a winch. I want to keep this vehicle as simple as possible. I want to keep it as unconfigured or as uninterfered as I can with the electronics and the mechanics of the vehicle. That's the goal for this. I want to keep the vehicle as light as I can. So that's about it, team. That's the start of the new DMax, start of the new build. The 76 series is gone. We're back on track, guys. The old fella's back on the road. Watch out. Old fella's Travels is coming your way. See you, team. Just do a quick tour around the vehicle. So we'll just have a quick look. I mean, everybody, So we'll just have a look. So we'll just have a quick look at the DMax